Hello, welcome back to my channel. In this video, we will be going into how to set annual goals for this incoming year. Yesterday, I posted a video on how to create a vision board. That is a very powerful and useful tool for you to put together in order to set out your annual goals. So if you haven't seen that video, go ahead and watch it. I will go ahead and link it down below. But in this video, we're going to break down our vision. Maybe you already put together your own vision board, or you already just have set your own goals, or you have a general idea in your mind. This exercise that we're going to go through today is really going to help us keep a bird's eye vision of our goals and then start breaking it down so that we actually achieve those goals this year. So just like in my vision board video, I want to keep it very simple. I want to give you a detailed walkthrough because I know that just setting any type of goal can be difficult, but especially thinking a year ahead is a very hard thing to do. And I also want to let you know that I'm going to be using a planner template that I created to guide me through this entire exercise. I'm going to go ahead and link that down below, but just know that you can just carry this out on a piece of paper if you want to. I will be using 6 different categories of life to guide this video, and we will be setting goals within those 6 categories of life. Those 6 categories include friends, family, faith, finances, fun, and fitness. So this is the planner template that I created. You can go ahead and insert the year that you want here. It is undated, so you can use it for any year that you desire. But this is what I want to show you. This is a very powerful tool. Having a yearly overview of all of the months of the year allow you to start breaking down your goals into each corresponding month. So as I mentioned in the previous video that I made about vision board, I talked about these same 6 different categories of life, and I went ahead and bulleted different goals that I have for those categories. So now I'm going to take those goals and start laying them out based on priority, based on when I want to achieve those. So let's slow down and talk about those 6 different categories once more. And again, I went more in detail in the vision board video, but just a quick snippet. You want to go ahead and lay down goals for each of these specific categories of what you would like your life to look like for these corresponding elements of life. So for example, for friends, how do you want your friendships to look like? What kind of friend do you want to be? What kind of trips do you want to take on with your friends? Do you want to have frequent coffee dates? You want to go out for girls' night? You want to host girls' night? You want to go ahead and bullet different things of what you want your friendships to look like. For family, this as well. Like, do you feel happy with your relationship with your family? If not, then what can you do to make it better? If you do feel good about it, what worked and what do you want to keep doing? So for example, if you want to be a family member that just shows unconditional support for the other members of their family, how are you going to do that? Is it going to be making more effort to call them more frequently or visit them more frequently? Really start laying out what this category looks like for you. For faith, this is your spirituality, so it may or may not include religion here. It's just going to include anything that has to do with you, introspection, and a connection to a higher power or whatever you believe in. For finances, so for example, are you entrepreneurial? If so, what are your business goals? What are your goals that you have to bring more money into your household? How can you tie your passions to money? How can you monetize things that you are good at and things you enjoy? What are your investments going to look like? Are you interested in crypto? Are you interested in the stock market? Are you interested in real estate? So anything that has to do with money, you would go ahead and lay out your finance goals here. For fun, like the category fun, what kind of trips are you trying to go on? What kind of places are you trying to visit more? What hosting plans do I have? When can I start incorporating hosting into my life so I can bring friends over? I can create that space where we all come and share memories together, share laughs and moments with people that I love. Whatever you enjoy doing for fun, whatever hobby it is, whatever brings you joy, you would go ahead and jot down things that you want to do this next year. For fitness, and this has to do also with food, your diet and your workout regime. So I wrote down, for example, eat more healthy foods, have more of a balance. Like, I don't want to deprive myself of snacks or junk food because I love it, but how can I balance it and they could coexist with my fitness goals? That's just a quick snippet of my goals. Again, go watch the other video for more in depth, but just for you to start getting an idea. I really encourage you to sit down and bullet at least 3 different things for each of these 6 categories. And that's going to help you then move into your yearly overview. So the next step is like I mentioned earlier, we're just going to start distributing these goals into the different months of the year based on either priority or just other factors that come to mind. So I'm going to go ahead and take a second to think about this and carry out this exercise. I encourage you to do the same so we can start doing this together, and we'll be back to talk about it. And how I encourage you to carry this out is just go ahead and at first, just for this first draft, this first exercise, just go per category. And if you have to make any edits later, we will do that. Okay, so I just went ahead and filled in a couple of goals regarding friends. So I want to show you. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to highlight all of them with a specific color because I want to color code all of my friend activities. So let me do that and then we'll go ahead and discuss. Okay, so I tried to do something every month and try to keep in mind other activities that I have going on in my life. So for January, I left that empty because I know it's like after the holidays, everyone's trying to get after their New Year's resolutions as well as myself. So I left that blank. So it kind of allows me this buffer space to get my mind right and allow my friends to do that. But February, I thought would be a great opportunity to kick it off with a Galentine's Day. So I already went ahead and wrote that down. So I know that I need to start prepping and planning with my friends so we can make that happen. In March, I left it empty because there are just so many birthdays that month for like several family members. So I know that this month is going to be a little bit busy, so I'm going to leave that blank. But for April, I thought it would be great to take an opportunity to hit up a friend, go on a coffee date, and really make sure that I'm getting that one-on-one time with my close girlfriends. And then this is a busy quarter in terms of holidays, but I just love this season, so I really want to make sure to do something fun. And obviously November you have Thanksgiving, so like a Friendsgiving would be amazing. And finally December, Friendsmas. So again, I just sort of like distributed, like I didn't try to overstack it. I did like one per month. I know that it just gets so busy for everyone, but this makes sure that I'm like checking in every single month and making sure that my social life is being replenished and I'm just staying on top of that. But yeah, this is just to give us an overview of really like, we only have 12 months. Let's not overwhelm ourselves, but let's really make sure that we don't lose track of our friends and their life either. Moving on to the next category, I'm going to go ahead and fill in some goals regarding my family and then we'll chat about it. So take this time to do the same and just to think about what that looks like for you. So let me show you some of the things I wrote down for my family goals. So the main thing that I really want to do this next year is visit my family. They live in San Antonio. Last year, my family came to visit often. I don't think that's going to be the case for next year. So I definitely want to be the one that goes because I need to be around them. For family, I decided to highlight these events in red. So I did want to mention this yearly overview is a great space for you to write your friends and family members and loved ones' birthdays. So I didn't do that for my friends, but you can go ahead and do that for all of the important people in your lives. I probably will come in later and write down some birthdays, but I made sure to do it for my family, so my mom's birthday. So I definitely want to make sure I plan something like send her a gift or anything that's going to make her feel special, even though we're far away from each other on her birthday. So I just basically try to space out the trips by like 2 or 3 months. I will visit once in the first quarter, once in the second quarter, once in the third quarter, and once in the last quarter. Okay, we are moving on to faith. So this is your spirituality. So I'm going to go ahead and take some time to spread out my goals throughout the year, and then we'll come and talk. For this category, I want to show you something that I did that I think is going to be useful for you as well if you start feeling overwhelmed and like you don't want to plan your life like so far in advance. This is what you're going to do. First, I want to show you that for this category, I went ahead and highlighted in green. That's my faith category. So for January, I went ahead and laid out that I want to focus on having yoga sessions. This is because I really want to get more flexible at the same time as I'm being mindful. I also have this goal of going to one new church. This is because I didn't love the last one we went to, so I really want to make sure that I really enjoy my space of worship or whatever that space ends up being. I want to try something new. So for February, I really want to make sure that my thoughts are in order. So I want to do a journal challenge. So maybe journaling every day or maybe like 3 times per week. I will later figure out how that's going to look like, but I really want to make sure to implement the practice of writing in February. Okay, in March, I wrote down my morning meditations. I really want to, after, practicing writing, I want to get a better control of my thoughts and being silent. So I want to do more morning meditations. And then in April, I want to go ahead and plan a camping trip because, as I mentioned, I want to learn how to be away from external stimulus and just be alone with myself, my husband. And here is what I wanted to mention to you. At this point in April, I started getting very overwhelmed of how to plan the entire category for the remainder of the year. So this is why I have like quarter 1, quarter 2. If you ever get stuck, this could be a perfect time to plan that category for this new quarter. So you don't ever have to feel like you need to plan the entire year. You just go ahead and take this time to stop, pause, assess what went on the last couple of months, and then readjust your goals for the incoming months, okay? So I stopped my faith category goals here because I got overwhelmed. I'm just like, I don't know how my mindset's going to be in April. I'm just going to go ahead and make sure to recircle and set new goals. Alrighty, so on to the next category, which is finances. We're going to go ahead and look at those finances goals and sprinkle them throughout the year, keeping in mind that if we get stuck at any given moment, it's okay. Let's just go ahead and try to take care of the first quarter, which means January, February, and March. Look at this. She's looking hectic and terrifying. This is why it's so important to see this overview, because sometimes we plan so much and we don't even realize we're overstacking ourselves. So it's good to have a bird's eye visual. So focus for January is to finish my loan signing agent course, which is something that I want to focus on because this is going to be like my part-time job in a sense. I want to keep up with my YouTube videos, but I want to at least keep a 1 video per week rhythm. Real estate is something that's very important to my life. Last year, there were a lot of learning lessons. This year, I'm ready to implement and start scaling up our portfolio. I want to have a meeting with my husband and identify our financial independence number, which means what is the amount that we need to cover all of our overhead expenses, and how do we get real estate properties to take care of that number for us, so that any additional money we make through our job or professions, it's money that we can now start saving and funneling for the next property or whatever other things we want to spend our money on. I want to go ahead and get taxes done early this year. I want to put offers on more home, and I want to develop 1 new Etsy product. So for February, in terms of my financial goals, I want to have minimum one LSA client. I want to keep up with the weekly YouTube videos because I really want to hit my goal of 1K subs, which I do not have yet at the time of filming this video. I also want to go to a real estate meetup and just meet new people, build up my network, and I want to create 2 Etsy digital products. Moving on to March. Because March doesn't have a lot of other things going on, I will definitely be able to scale up and do LSA part-time, still keep up my weekly YouTube video rhythm, 1 real estate meetup per that month, and 1 Etsy product, since my efforts will mainly be going to the LSA. And at this point, I thought it would be a great opportunity to take that pause again. The only thing I have is 1 real estate meetup, since those are monthly, and I definitely want to keep taking care of my network for real estate and building that. And I want to be able to pause and be able to plan my finances category for the next quarter, depending on how it looks like for the first quarter. So very important to take those mental pauses, which is why it's important to be mindful of the quarters and separate your year based on those quarters. The next category is the fun category, and in my circumstance, I feel like I've already filled in those gaps with the friends category as well as the family category, since I already sort of like set the monthly meetups with my friends and as well as the trips to visit my family. And I also already included a camping trip here for like my faith category. The only thing left that I noticed is a hobby. I don't have a hobby yet, and I need to incorporate a hobby. So for my fun category, I'm going to go ahead and distribute my goals for developing my new hobby. Go ahead and take the time to do that yourself. Think about a hobby that you already have or that you want to keep building or just completely start from scratch. Think about how you would sprinkle it throughout the year or at least the first quarter. Okay, so let me show you how the incorporation of my hobby is looking like. January is crazy, so I had to slide it in here. So basically just pick a hobby. Just pick something based on all my criteria. Just go ahead and pick something. So January, I'm going to take it easy on myself since I have a lot going on. February, I want to engage in that hobby 2 times in this month. So in March, I have a little bit more going on. So I want to make sure to attempt to really engage in my hobby at least once a week per that month. So 3 times per month is my goal for this month. And then come April, I think I would be in a space where I can do it once a week. So I will have a weekly hobby activity. And in May, I will go ahead and also engage in that hobby once a week. In June, I want to go ahead and have a reflection on that hobby. Like, how is it going? Do I like it? Is it something that I want to keep doing? And just think about how my life has changed by incorporating something that I enjoy just for the sole purpose of enjoyment and nothing else. After that reflection and I've determined if I want to continue that hobby, I'm going to go ahead and engage in that hobby 1 time this month since I will be doing some travel. And then in August, I want to go ahead and do that hobby 2 times per month. In September, I want to go ahead and be doing that 3 times per month. And then over here, since October onward, like the 4th quarter is a little bit busy with holidays and stuff, I want to do it twice a month. And November, I want to engage in it once per month since there's holidays, as well as for December since there are holidays. Engage in that hobby once per month. So I really think it's important for me to develop this element of my life and do things for the sole purpose of improving in something and enjoying something. I feel like the last couple of years I've been in a very unique situation where I've had a career change. I've had some financial hiccups that a lot of the things that I do are heavily focused on, can I make money out of this? And the burnout is definitely real. And I think that there's more to life. I mean, there's definitely more to life than money. By feeding other parts of me, of my essence, positive things are going to come out of that. You guys, we're finally at the last category, fitness. This fitness category is going to take over my life in a good way. I really want to focus on my body, my mind, the soul, and how fitness can nurture all of that. So we're thinking healthy diet and we're thinking movement, physical activity. Let's plan it out. Let's spread it out throughout the course of this year. Okay, so I went ahead and planned my fitness goals for the first half of the year. So let me go ahead and show you. In January, I want to have 5 a.m. gym sessions because the gym just gets packed because of people's like New Year's resolutions. And our gym is already packed in the evenings. So I'm going to have to start strong with 5 a.m. workouts because we need to hit the ground running. We already do meal prep, so I want to continue that. I really want to stay minimal on the alcohol. I've gotten a habit of drinking seltzers and ciders throughout the week, and I want to really limit my alcohol consumption to the weekends. So for February, I want to go ahead and keep up the 5 a.m. workouts because people are still going strong with their New Year's resolutions here, and I want to go ahead and continue the meal preps. March, I want to continue with 5 a.m. Like once you are in the rhythm of it, it gets easier. So I feel like at the 3-month mark, this will just come in easy. And so at this point, I can start getting creative with my breakfast, maybe switch it up, have more fruits, have more like proteins, healthy fats. I don't know. I just really want to start researching having really cute yet simple to make breakfasts so that I, switch it up with my fitness realm and stay motivated. For April, I want to go ahead and continue 5 a.m. and just keep writing it out as much as possible. That's going to be the standard. And now we want to switch into creative lunches, maybe have more pretty salads, soups, or just any creative lunches. I really want to take this time to explore with that. And in May, again, the 5 a.m. workouts, that's going to be the standard, what we are striving for. And I want to now focus on dinners and just get more creative with the dinners that we make. And in June, this will be the half year point. So I want to have a fitness reflection and create a new plan if I need it. So at this point, I would have been waking up for the most part at 5 a.m. And I want to make sure to assess my body, where I'm at, how I feel, and whether I need to just continue what I'm already doing for the rest of the year, or maybe switch something up so that I can get results that I want in the next half of the year. So having this yearly overview, this is what's going to help you start breaking down very specific quarterly goals. I really encourage you to take these steps of having a vision board, because a vision board is more big picture, right? It's more like from here to the next 5 years. And now we're going to start breaking that down in 2 years. For this video, I want to go ahead and end here. In the next video, I want to pick up where we started and start breaking down those yearly goals into quarters. We are going to go ahead and look at this in combination with our vision board, that is the bulleted version of our vision board. And we are going to make a Q1 plan. I also have a planner for each of the other quarters. So that's going to be it for today's video. Again, the goal of this video was to take your vision, the life that you want, and let's start breaking it down. I know that I struggle with this, so I wanted to go ahead and create a video that helps you start breaking everything down. I want it to be detailed. I walked you through exactly what I do, and this has helped me achieve what I set out in previous years. So I really wanted to make sure to share with you. The next video will be how to break it down into quarterly goals. So make sure to stay tuned for that. And together, we are going to make sure that we accomplish the goals that we set for this year. This year is going to be different because we're going to have strategy and we're going to have accountability. And that's what we're going to be getting into in the next video. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate you. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Like this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.